Hello, 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 everybody. How are you today? We are just past the 4-day Easter weekend, which I absolutely love having 4 days off. We had so much fun over the weekend. We had a lot of stuff. We did a lot of stuff this weekend, and it seems that the weather has turned in North America, anyways. We are embarking on spring. I know that's not true for all the world. I know that Australia and New Zealand are going the other way, but into the fall. But we are embarking on spring, and spring has been a long time coming. Hi, Beverly. How's your weather there? Hi, Fred. I don't even want to ask you, Fred, what your weather's like because I know that it's too hot and humid for you, I bet already. Um, Yesterday we reached temperatures of 75 to 80 degrees, and it was absolutely gorgeous out. I sat on my porch for the first time since probably September, and I just soaked in the sun. I didn't have a hat on. I didn't have anything on my arms. I took my sweater off even, which is very unusual for me. And it was glorious to have the hot weather and be out and see the birds flying around and everything. Right, it was absolutely gorgeous. Um, the problem with it is that as I'm sitting there looking around, I'm thinking about all of the things that need to get done. And holy smokes, there is a lot that has to get done, as there always is in spring. And I hear people saying all the time um, how much they have accomplished, how much they did. They did this, they did this, they were up and downstairs carrying laundry, carrying stuff, right? And I wonder, I think, how can they do that? Like, how is it possible if you have COPD to be doing all of this stuff? But we must remember that not everybody is at the same stage as us. We know that there are 4 stages to COPD. Um, I probably consider myself to be at stage 4, end stage, if you will. Uh, Other people are not, especially now. When I first was diagnosed in 2016, um, people were not being diagnosed in those days uh, much earlier than stage 3. Now I hear people saying at stage 1 and stage 2 that they have been diagnosed and they have, you know, they have COPD. Hi, Rose. Nice of you to join us today. And these people are very active in our groups and on Facebook. You know, Facebook has a huge amount of groups. And funny, it was never like that. Like even 5 years ago, it wasn't like that, but it's grown exponentially. And so we have to be careful when we're looking around and seeing what has to be done, both inside and out, um, that we are listening to our bodies, our own bodies, and not somebody else's. Everybody has a different capacity to get things done. Hi, Karen. 6 days, Rose. How did you manage without the power for 6 days? Holy smokes. Um, so when we're listening to what people were saying, and I just heard somebody say, I was just reading this earlier this morning, and I heard somebody say that they mowed their lawn and got all their gardens done and everything, and back and forth and all of that, and a little out of breath, but they got it all done. And I thought, whoa, that's pretty cool. I wouldn't be doing that. I wouldn't even attempt that. I don't even get down to get in the gardens. Um, but it's nice to hear that other people can do it. The problem with it is this: we cannot compare ourselves to other people and what they can accomplish. Pacing is the key to being successful in our tasks. And as we get into the later stages of COPD, as I am, we soon find that out the really hard way. Pacing our activities will be different if we, and it will make a difference between success and failure. It's hard for us to do it. It's really hard for us to pace ourselves so that we can accomplish more. When I uh, when I was finished with the weekend, I had the three kids most of the weekend, and there was a lot going on, and my kitchen table was just full of crafts. And I thought, now that we're out for the summer, we won't be in the house for the summer, and so it's time for all that stuff to go away. And of course, nobody else is coming to do it for me. So I found a bin, and I sat at the table, and I just started filling it. And all of that stuff will come out again in the fall, or maybe on a rainy day in the summer. Who knows, right? But for now, it needs to go away. It's been on my kitchen table since, well, probably October. Stuff has been piling up, crafts and stuff has been piling up. Sitting at chest level, right? And chipping away at that stuff really made me feel good last night. And I cleaned up all the table. I took my time. Now, it took me about 3 to 4 times longer than it would have taken George to just do it. But that should never be, I should never be the reason for not doing it yourself. We need to we need to stay active, and we need to stay focused. In order to do this, we must remember the different stages and what it takes to be successful. Something else to remember is your core mobilities. So, I have heart failure. Everybody knows this. I have rheumatoid arthritis and psoriatic arthritis. So what happens is I break out in a sore, and then it goes scaly, like psoriasis, and it's all to do with rheumatoid arthritis. I also have this thing in my neck, this thyroid business that apparently is not going to be taken care of. And it all plays a part in how well we can function on a day-to-day basis. So we have to remember our comorbidities. Somebody who has the same stage COPD as me, but doesn't have heart failure, will likely be able to do a task longer than I can. It is what it is, and it can't be changed. So you have to learn to accept it, and you have to learn how you can manage it. Because what we want when we're doing a task, we want to be successful. We want to we want to feel like we have accomplished something and that we've done it properly. Rushing is not helpful, and pushing yourself is a problem. Before I was diagnosed, we kind of knew that something was wrong, but of course we didn't know how to take care of me at that point. And I really thought that if I pushed myself a little bit harder, I could do what I did 10 years ago, because there was no reason. I was only my late 50s, how can you not be able to do that stuff, right? But that didn't turn out to be the case necessarily. And and so I pushed myself and I pushed myself and I pushed myself to be able to do the things that I felt I should be able to do. When I finally got diagnosed and I was in the hospital, and the physiotherapist there in respiratory rehab said to me, "Holy smokes! Like, there's no way that you can do this stuff." And the other problem is that once I was trying to do something and going faster than I should have, I think Beverly does this. I hold my breath, which makes everything worse than it actually has to be, right? So we've got to stop rushing because it is not helpful, and stop pushing ourselves beyond our ability. We can't always we can't always do as much as we would like to do, and we can't always complete it in one day. What I got to tell you is this: nobody will come and do it for you. And does it make a difference if the dishes sit in the sink overnight and you get to them in the morning? Does it make a difference? And why? Why does it make a difference? Even if you have small children, and this is the way that I always compare it. If there's no children in the house, then what difference does it make if things get done the way that you feel that they should be done? Um, Stop pushing yourself and stop trying to please others. This is one of the worst things that we can do, is trying to please others. Others who don't understand us, others who do not have COPD, others who make no exception for our chronic illness. Stop trying to please those people. What is the outcome of that at all? Find new ways to do things. So, Karen always has a problem with this. She says it's very hard not to push yourself sometimes. She tends to suffer after, so I think I'm okay. Well, not true. Not true. Because if you feel that you're pushing yourself and you feel that you're doing it to please others, that's a problem. The problem with pushing ourselves is that we become fatigued and breathless. And once that happens, we don't feel like we are a success. It causes panic. We get very, very tired, and it leaves us frustrated, fed up. This causes you to stop doing and stop trying. And that is the most dangerous place to be, to stop doing and to stop trying to do things. We have to always try. We don't always know if it's going to be okay or if we're going to be able to finish something. But here's the key: doing it slowly and doing one corner at a time. There's no reason why you have to do the whole room. I think my cable's unstable here. There's no reason why you have to do the whole room. Do a corner of the room and then focus on that corner and how successful you've been doing that corner. The other three corners can wait until another day happens. Stop doing so much at one time. Everything doesn't have to be done at one time. Be satisfied with what you can do, because you never know, right? Uh, oh, I think my cable is my cable unstable. Is it coming in and out? Can somebody answer me here? I think it is. So learning to pace yourself, means that you're planning what you're going to do in advance. You're going to get all your supplies. You're going to make sure that you are sitting at table level or at chest level, so that you can get everything done. Using pursed lips is extremely important. I don't go anywhere now without my walker. I don't go anywhere in the house, even in the house now, without my walker. And so I always have it to sit on. Anytime that I start to feel like I'm getting short of breath, I have my walker to sit on. And it really helps to be able to sit down and catch your breath. Well, that's the whole idea, isn't it? Once you can catch your breath, then you can continue on. This is Barbara Moore for Catch Your Breath 60, and I'm signing off because my internet is unstable right now, and it's popping in and out. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate everybody who has joined me today and continues to join me week after week. Thank you from Barbara Moore.